This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning. We begin with breaking news out of Northeast Portland and this stunning video of two apartment buildings fully engulfed in flames. We just got these images into our newsroom. This is happening near Northeast 21st and Weidler. Portland Fire dubbing it a 4-alarm fire. They say multiple people are hurt. We don't know how badly. Again, this fire has consumed 2 apartment buildings, and there are other homes and a pet hospital nearby. So crews are working to get this under control and frankly search for more people inside, potentially victims. Again, this is Northeast 21st and Weidler in Portland. Firefighters are asking you to avoid the area so they can do their work. We'll bring you updates as we get them. And with that said, thank you for joining us on this 4th of July morning. I'm Maggie Vespa. Our other top headlines this morning, new details on the now nearly 100 Oregonians who died in last weekend's historic heat wave. The state's largest provider of affordable housing confirming 2 of their residents in 2 different complexes are among the dead. Could more have been done to keep people safe? Plus, multiple wildfires burning across the state. And while crews are making progress, our weather and our changing climate are making a hard job harder. On that note, let's check in now with Keely Chalmers for a first look at your forecast. Hey, Keely.
Hey, good morning, Maggie. Yeah, well, the good news is that temperatures not nearly as hot as they were yesterday. They're still quite warm east of the Cascades, but west of the Cascades, we're looking more normal for this time of the year. We're at 58 degrees right now as we take a look from our Wells Fargo Skycam. We have a nice cloud cover out there, helping to start things off on a cooler note. Those clouds will burn off. We'll see plenty of sunshine by this afternoon. Temperatures are going to warm up to the mid-70s by noon, and those clouds will burn off. Going to be sunny and warm with a high right around 85 degrees. So certainly warm, but we're not talking triple digits, at least not here in the Valley. Head east of the Cascades, a little bit of a different story. We'll talk more about that coming up in your full forecast.
All right, Keely, appreciate it. Thank you so much. As we said off the top, we are learning more now about the nearly 100 Oregonians who died during last weekend's historic heat wave. Most of them, officials say, were found dead inside their homes with no air conditioning. Case in point, Home Forward, the state's largest provider of affordable housing, confirms 2 of their residents died in the heat. Those 2 people lived at Peaceful Villa in Southeast Portland and Northwest Tower in Northwest Portland. Neither building has AC. Home Forward right now is not IDing the 2 people who died. Neither are local or state officials. But one woman at Northwest Tower told us she knew her neighbor who passed away, and she says her name was Sarah.
I was supposed to clean for her apartment, and because that's what I do for people, to help them, and she passed away. She used to live in my building before that. She's lived here longer than me. My building was very bad because the annex, where you would think that because the children live there, that they have it air conditioned, but they didn't.
So a spokesperson from Home Forward sent us a statement. You can see part of it here. They wrote, Home Forward planned extensively for this heat event and stayed involved with residents to provide cool spaces and resources for them. They went on to say if anything went wrong, staff members improvised to make sure people had options. Now, those 2 people are among the now 94 in Oregon who died in that heat wave. More than half of them, 59, died in Multnomah County in the Portland area. The medical examiner listing their causes of death as hyperthermia, which is basically death by excessive heat. Compare that to these numbers, though. Across Oregon in 2017 and 2019, there were 12 deaths from hyperthermia total. One final note, up in Clark County, we have learned the death toll stands at 10. So the question now, how could these lives have been saved? And what are our elected officials doing to prevent a mass casualty event, because that's what this is, like this in the future? Here's Kristen Severance.
The majority of people who died in Multnomah County lived alone without air conditioning or a fan. While we've never experienced a heat wave like this in Oregon, we knew it was coming. I spent the day talking with state and county leaders about what they could or should have done differently, starting with County Chair Deb Kafoury.
Could the county have done anything more? You know, what could you have done differently?
Well, I think we're looking now, doing an after-hours report to study what we have done.
So what did the county do? Well, they called or emailed more than 10,000 vulnerable people. They had 60 outreach teams passing out water and checking on people, and called dozens of apartment complex managers to make sure their residents were safe.
And it's heartbreaking. We had our team, our county staff team, reach out and call folks that they knew were vulnerable and living alone to check in on them. Obviously, we need to do more.
The county also opened 3 cooling shelters, including the convention center that had more than 1,000 overnight guests. Chris Voss, director of emergency management, said they took great lengths to keep people safe.
So we took some pretty extraordinary steps, and and in retrospect now, certainly it was the risk that caused us to do that. But I think many of us are glad that we leaned as far forward as we could. And as we did.
Right, but 45 people died. So do you think you could have done more?
For those 45 folks, I think there's always that question in the back of our head.
There were also questions about 211. 211 is a nonprofit that works to connect people with health and social services, a likely number to call when people are looking for information about cooling centers. 211 is normally open statewide Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. You would think with a historic heat wave hitting the state, 211 would have expanded their hours. Multnomah County tweeted this at noon on Sunday, quote, "We're learning of issues with 211 from people who need rides to cooling centers. We're working on a solution to forward calls to Multnomah County." But Kara Kingus, director of partnerships with 211, said 211 wasn't down. It was closed statewide until Sunday. 211 could have gone statewide at any time with approval from the Oregon Department of Human Services, but that conversation did not happen until Sunday afternoon. I'm Kristen Severance, KGW News.
And while officials work to sort out how to prevent something like this from happening again, people are holding vigils for the dead. This one happened yesterday for Sebastian Francisco Perez, a farm worker who recently came to the U.S. from Guatemala. We're told he came here to try and make money because he and his wife wanted to have a baby and they needed fertility treatments. Perez died last weekend trying to make that money working irrigation lines at Ernst Nursery and Farms in St. Paul. Activists are furious, and one called it state-sanctioned murder.
They're sad. And we're devastated. We can't do anything right now to bring him back, but what we can do is to keep fighting, have OSHA change all new rules, their laws, take them into place now. We needed them yesterday.
So OSHA is working, we're told, with the Oregon Health Authority to draft workplace rules to prevent heat illnesses amid the climate crisis. Speaking of that crisis, let's turn now to wildfires. And despite strong winds and dry conditions across basically the entire state, crews are making progress against multiple wildfires across Oregon. Case in point, the rattlesnake fire in Wasco County has burned close to 5,500 acres. The good news, it is now 65% contained. That's up from 30% yesterday. Level 2 evacuation orders at the Trout Creek campground and the boat ramp are now lifted. That said, South Junction Road and the campground remain closed. Over now to the Sunset Fire near the Dalles. That one has burned 987 acres and is now 42% contained, but crews have held it back from growing despite the heat and again the dry winds. The fire damaged one barn, several outbuildings and some vehicles, as well as part of a cherry orchard. At the same time, new fires keep popping up. We're tracking 2 right now east of Madras. The largest in Central Oregon is the Retham Market Fire near the Dalles. It's now more than 7,000 acres in Wasco County. It is 78% contained. All right, switching gears, someone set fire to the Historical Society in Gresham, and authorities say one person has been arrested. We're working right now to learn their name. In the meantime, the call we know came in yesterday morning. Thankfully, no one was hurt in this fire inside that building, and most of the flames were contained to the museum's offices. Well, after more than a year under pandemic restrictions, the 4th of July weekend marks the first weekend that Oregon is fully reopened. It feels good, and local businesses are hitting the ground sprinting to make up for lost time. Here's Christelle Kumwe.
It's a little bit different than it's been in years past.
Oaks Amusement Park is a popular destination for the 4th of July for its fireworks show.
Well, that's canceled this year, so things are very different. It's just a regular operational day for us, but after a year of closure, we are totally satisfied and thrilled with that.
Emily McKay with Oaks Park says the holiday weekend is usually one of the busiest, with 15 to 20,000 visitors a day. But this year, the park is limiting capacity to 2,500 ride bracelets a day.
We're feeling that it's a better customer experience for people with a little smaller crowd. And we're not ready quite to get back to that full, huge crowd amount. So we're starting to feel normal again. So while 4th of July, we're not fully back to normal, we see hope on the horizon.
It says we survived. Thank you so very much.
This sign outside of the Fields Bar and Grill in the Pearl District is a big excel for owner Jim Rice.
The first shutdown, we were questioning whether or not if we were going to be able to make it out of this or not.
The restaurant survived shutdowns and riot damage, but now Rice is excited to welcome a crowd back for their first weekend at full capacity.
During dinner rushes, that sort of stuff, we'll be able to handle more people. We won't be turning people away like we have been in the past, so we'll be able to accommodate a lot more people, and we're expecting to be able to see that throughout this weekend.
Rice says they took a major financial hit, but he's grateful the restaurant survived, especially to customers who stuck with him.
Like I said, a lot of people didn't make it. A lot of restaurants and bars didn't make it, and somehow we did. And it's humbling to say thank you.
Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
And speaking of, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler is encouraging people to get out and support local businesses this weekend. The city actually launched a campaign called Be Here for Portland. Part of the event includes TriMet and the streetcar suspending fares to make it easier for people to get around. For more information, head to hereforportland.com. We'll be right back.